hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Forgive the potholes if your name is Lady. Oh, so sweet, Caroline. Get your bottom on that memory foam pillow. But just before you do, pour that tot or two for the superstar, the legend, the Breitling boy, our Lord Nigel of the big guns. We're coming from the Paphos Beach area and we're heading back towards the Tomb of the Kings Avenue with a slight diversion down here so you can feast your eyes and digest the beauty and the spectacality of the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea. Lots of improvements going on, nice seating areas. Look at that. Imagine yourself sitting there enjoying the beauty and the spectacality of the view out across the abyss into that blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea. I'm coming this way to refresh the memory of Cali and Mali because they like to stay in this resort once or twice a year. This is the Cephalia's Beach Tourist Village and it sits on the cusp of the blue Mediterranean Sea, and it really does. Mr. Ian, all the way from downtown Hanbridge in Chester, who now lives in Connesky, I think it is. He was getting married there and he had a great time indeed, and we had a bit of a tot or two in the downtown Paphos Harbour. He'll be coming back soon, and you never know, we might get the Hanbridge boy to do the chuchuchka on the little channel known as Marika and Me. If you want a bit of luxury in your life, well, look at that. That's the Elysium 5-star luxury hotel. That's a hotel, well, to die for, that's for sure. And they've got some great cakes in there as well. Now, we're going to keep going along this road and we're going to come past the Kissos Hotel. Lots of people asked about the Kissos Hotel. There it is on the right-hand side. So it's literally on the cusp of the blue Mediterranean Sea. And on top of that, it literally is sitting next door to Tomb of the Kings Avenue. So if you're looking for a breakfast, a lunch, or an evening meal, or a gift shop, well, I'm pretty sure there's one waiting here especially for you. If you take a right, you go towards the Paphos Mall roundabout. If you take another right, you go down to the Paphos Harbour. But we're going left because we're heading towards Peyia. And if you watch the last video, we're now going to go and save the skin on the bottom of my brother because he always says he hasn't got any money on him. What it is, he doesn't like to spend his own money. So he's in a petrol station somewhere down here and I'm going to go give him 10 euros to pop it in a customer's car, and then I'm going to stick 20 euros on that customer's bill. Simple as that. It's very simple. Think of all the time we're wasting having to stop in the petrol station. If you want to go to Tomb of the Kings, there it is on the left. So that's the archaeological site where you're going to see some relics and some bits and bobs. Oh, an accident going on there. Someone's clipped someone. Perhaps I should jump out and say, Yassus Kumbaro, can I help you, and make a couple of bob, but I won't, because we'll leave it for the insurance companies to sort it out. But as I say, Tomb of the Kings, that's on the left-hand side. Many people like to go there. Miss Andrea went there with Mr. Mart. In fact, she's a lady now and he's a sir. But anyway, he dragged her there and, well, she wasn't too happy because it was a long walk. But on the way back, they popped into the KFC, I think. No, they didn't. I went and gave them a lift because I'm a gentleman. And special people deserve special treatment. But Miss Andrea deserves it. Mr. Mart, yeah, I'd let him walk, to be honest with his peacock. That's what I'm going to do. In his blonde wig and his hat. He's got a nice new hat though, which he got in Rhodes. Now on this area here, I warn you now, be very careful, because more often than not, the boys in blue are on this road, and guess what? They're waiting especially for you. The speed limit in and around Paphos is 50 kilometres. Yes, us. Hello. Where is he now? Hello. Hello? I don't think you've got a signal, so I'll phone you back. There we go. That's my brother. He's obviously telling me that he's stranded in the petrol station. It's only just up the road, so he can sit there and sweat for a little bit. But he can't go very far, can it? Because there's not got benzene in the tank, so he's going to sit there and wait. Anyway, Tomb of the Kings Avenue is where we are. We're about to exit it, and we're in the area of Mutabos. I think that's how you say it. And that's Lower Chlorica, so this is beachside of La Chlorica. If you're a littly, well, not that little, but you know, from 6, 7 up to 16, 17, that could be the special school for you. And it's the Aspire British School. Yes.
Hello?
Yeah, I don't think you got a signal very well. Are you in the petrol station?
Yeah, where are you?
I'm coming along past the Aspire School. So you sit there, and I'll be there very soon. All right? So, very grumpy, as you can see. There we are. Spend your own money if you don't want to be grumpy. Spend your own money. But there we are. This is the road in Lower Croatia. On the left-hand side, of course, we've got the beach and the beauty and the spectacles in that blue Mediterranean Sea. That's the King Elephant Hotel. To give it the correct name, it's the King Eliathan Hotel, 5-star luxury hotel. Although one or two people at the moment are saying it's not up to standard, let's hope that they correct it and get back to their former glory, because it's got a location to die for. It sits on the cusp and the blueness and the abyss of that blue Mediterranean Sea. As we keep on going, if you would take a right, you could turn into the Duck Pond Market. Lots of people like to go there when they're on holiday, and lots of expats who live here go there every single Sunday. If your name is Mr. David and Miss Karina, well, they go there every Sunday and hang out with friends and chat, and of course buy the odd bit of tat, and you never know, they might find that special multi-million-pound antique bought for €1 one of these days, and you might see them appearing on the Antiques Roadshow. And of course then, instead of having to buy a bottle of water between them two, and that's our little joke, by the way, you'll be able to buy a gin and tonic and a Bacardi and Coke, or perhaps even a little bit of sex on the beach. There you go. That's got to fantasise you. Now, here's the brother. There he is waiting, and he's waiting especially for you. I'm going to pull in over here, and I'll go and give him a couple of bob, and then he'll put some benzene in the tank. So bear with me for a second and enjoy the beauty of that Daihatsu Paphos Cyprus. Not that I want to. There we are. I'm back. Much to your annoyance, but I am back. And we're going to watch this Honda HR-V now. Get a little bit of benzene in it. See, real live action on the little channel known as Marika and Me. This is the Star petrol station, and it's on the main road from Paphos to Peyia. This area, like I say, is Lower Croatia. I'm not going to say it's the cheapest benzene in time. How much is it? Let's have a look. If you put diesel like I'm using, that's €1.60. 4.8, so that's €1.65 basically in most people's English, isn't it? That's what I'm going to say. So on that note, if you're wondering how the channel is funded, well, it's all down to you, as we keep telling you. So why not go through to our about page and click on that little buy me a coffee icon, and perhaps get us a coffee or two. What's this good barrel doing? I don't think he knows, does he? So let's go round him. He's probably on his mobile phone thinking about frapping and all those kind of things. This is their car wash operation, by the way, and it's a pretty good car wash, but the problem is you've got to sit here and wait for 20 minutes. So the car wash that I go to, which I took you to the other day, is more efficient, and you've got nice chairs and you sit in the shade, and they're much quicker, and they do a much better job. They actually almost steam clean the inside of you. Well, they do, that's to get up your bottom if you want, but they steam clean the inside of your car for you. And it is clean, I know it's clean, and they dry it off and they blow out with airlines all in the little nooks and crannies, so you don't get many drips. You get the odd drip from the number plate on your boot, so I always stop and slam it a couple of times and wipe it down, because, well, I don't like a dirty car, as Lady Ali knows. She knows that. He doesn't like a dirty car. Don't care so much about the rear end, but the front end, the bit that I can see, I like to keep nice and clean. There we are, we're back on the main road. So this is Lower Croatia. Coming up over here is Coffee Me. Do you remember that place? Baron John, Baroness Louise. This apparently is the cheapest place that they think, and a good coffee. And they keep sending us buy me coffees, so I pop in there now and again. If you're in this area and perhaps you run out of cigars or cigarettes, what else might you want? A bottle of Jameson's, because you know your name's Lord Julian and you want to go and give a gift to Mr. Paul, who then gives it to Miss Marika. That 24-hour supermarket kiosk there called 24-hour Refresh is waiting especially for you. It really is. This is the St. George Crossroads. Why is it called St. George? Because there's a very big hotel down to the left, and that is called the St. George Hotel Resort and Spa. And if you're the Pen Dance crew, don't be thinking we've forgotten about you, because we haven't. Very soon we're going to be storming that hotel especially for you. And of course, if your name is Mr. Murray and you've got a Miss Jen, guess what? We'll be mentioning you as well. We appreciate all the love that you give us, and we thank you for coming back now and again. Over there is the Leonardo Lara Beach and Splash Resort. That's the hotel here on the left. And guess what? It sits on the cusp of the blue Mediterranean Sea. Slowly but surely we're heading out towards downtown Kisonica. There's one or two hotels out there waiting especially for you, and they all sit on the cusp of the blue Mediterranean Sea, and they're all waiting especially for you, obviously. Now, there's discussions around in the world as to where is the greatest location to watch the sunset. A lot of people have got different ideas, obviously, but it is common belief that in this particular spot here, if you're in the Azure, or the hotel next door to it, or the apartment complex called Marika just down the road, that is the greatest place to watch as the sun sets. Who knows? Come and stay in the mall and drop it in the comments. Where do you think the sun sets the best? But one thing's for sure, when the sun is setting, that means it's about to pop its head up in downtown Cato, Australia. And that means it's going to go and blow a kiss to our superstar and the girl in charge of Oz, our Queen of Oz, Miss Helen. And of course, there's another girl, her name's Miss Maria, and she's got the heart of Mr. Leon. And they like to come back to Paphos every single year because she's a girl that Mr. Leon stole the heart of, and the girl from downtown Cyprus. A very, very good morning to you guys, and we hope that you're having the time of your life. Now, if you remember a while back, we did a video on two villas for the greatest fisherman in the world, Kimitas Villas. Yeah, well, that's the entrance there on the left, and those two villas sit on the cusp of the blue Mediterranean Sea. And to be honest, if you want a great holiday, calm and tranquil, do some fishing, well, those could be the villas especially for you. They're not cheap, but of course they won't be, because they're luxury villas and they're sitting on the edge of the, yes, the blue Mediterranean Sea. This is the Antica Golden Beach. It used to be called something else, but you know, some of the hotel group has bought it, changed its name. Still a great hotel, and it still sits looking out across that blue stuff again. Yes, there's a lot of blue looking at if you're on this part of the road. This is the main road from Paphos to Peyia. Stick with us, because you haven't got to put up with me for much longer, and we'll be dancing and we'll be prancing in the downtown Peyia area. Coming up now is Kisonica. This is the Kisonica Crossroads, and it is waiting especially for you. If you want a great coffee on the left hand side, you've got the Wraith Coffee Shop. On the other side, you've got the Arabica Coffee Shop. Both coffee shops very popular with locals and foreigners and tourists alike. Now, there's another hotel, I'm confusing my businesses. There's another hotel coming up here, and this is the Mara, what's it called now? The Antica, same hotel group as the one we just gone past, and it's called the Mara Village Paphos, and it's a monster of a place. It is a village. We've tried to storm it once or twice, but unfortunately they've thrown us out, and we didn't even get to eat any food for free. But don't worry, we'll be going back again very, very soon. Sunset Bay, that's a nice little place, again sitting out looking across the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea. As we drop down this hill, if your name is Lady Alley, Sir Neil, I think you know what's next. You're going to get a great view out into Peyia, and this is the final stretch into Peyia and the Coral Bay area, and it's waiting especially for you. My goodness, Mr. Nigel of the Big Guns is coming the other way. He's in his white Jaguar F-Pace, and perhaps he's popped it on a boat and shipped it over to Cyprus, because he's decided that perhaps Cyprus could be that perfect place for him and Lady, oh, so sweet Caroline, to retire and to enjoy the rest of their lives. See you Beach Bar, that's coming up. Daniel Mahoney, where are you? I'm missing you. We really are. And we're missing that sweetness. We are. We're missing Miss Bright. And of course, she is the sweetness and the light in Mr. Daniel Mahoney's life. And we're missing you like crazy. See you Beach Bar. Great place to come. As the summer season starts to come to an end, it now becomes a more tranquil place, and I think the movement in the sea makes it more beautiful. I think so. Lady Ali, Sir Neil, have a look. What do you think of that? That's not bad, is it? Beautiful, isn't it? That's the Coral Bay Peninsula sticking out, and of course into the hillside and in the lowlands is downtown Peyia, and it's waiting especially for you. It really, really is. I'm going to say thanks for watching, and of course if you do like what you see, why not hit that like, click and subscribe, and perhaps consider to come back for a little bit more of my madness as I drive you in and around Paphos and show you some of its beauty, some of its spectacality, and you get to see a little bit of Mr. Paul's life and some of the things he has to do. I don't have to work too hard. What's the word? Someone said to me today, you manage your hours very well. I do indeed. Well, I try to. I start at around about 6:30 in the morning, get up early because of course you know it's hot, and I like to be done by around about 1ish. I got a great manager. He is a superstar, and he understands that when I retire, the business is his. That's the kind of guy I am. He's worked very, very hard, and he gives his heart and his soul. He's quite well paid, don't get me wrong, but he has worked hard, and he's what, 37, 38, and he's a star. He really, really is. And he's going to get a body shop, and the mechanics will be split up between 2 or 3 other people as well. So in a couple of years, that's what's coming. And of course, me and Marika are going to head off on our travels into our retirement. But don't worry, well, someone would hope though, but we're not going to stop doing YouTube. We're going to start a new life and become, well, full-time YouTubers. The plan is to open a Marika and Me Lounge bar, and you never know, we might even get to shoot for the stars and build a hotel or 2. And we'll be wishing and welcoming each and every person that likes to watch the channel known as Marika and Me. We've arrived at our destination. This is downtown Peyia. The roundabout up here is where you can choose to take a left onto the downtown Coral Bay Strip. Sorry, James Henry, we're not going today. Sorry, David Potter, we're not going today. But don't forget to come back soon. We're going to take a right into the lowlands of Lower Peyia, and we're going to work our way into the Midlands. And I'm going to say thanks for watching. It's great to have your company. Please, please don't forget to keep coming back now and again, and drop it in the comments where you might like me to go next. But don't say Timbuktu, it's just too far. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again very, very soon indeed.